All right, Abusia, Kevin Okobadu Taylor of Loud Silence TV. Nabusia and Waba Abedin Komo. Yes. And then Komo were dino wa channel and Komono at the Ako and Kofum you. Yes, Sanko Fum you na ene a chese wa bo omoso ankasa. A bronye Bono MTP regional chairman. Any chairman Wontumi for Ashanti region. Omo regional chairman as say Chima Wontumi no say or press or beba on the ticket of MPP omo national chairman. Nene Kevin Okobadu Taylor adi nkomo na waka nsem wa expose nsem chese ono a edi ensem edi ba cheni semu a abronye ene Chima Wontumi na Chima Wontumi de Kevin cheni semu a prison de soko nemom yes no chese emu awaye se na be ya Wontumi enfri jail emra no na abusia waba akokora chese abusia ensem a Kevin aka ne no ano eden eda so aye be media giche be se wa so be subscribe edi amay bo notification bell for more podcast updates e be se wa say yeni atem eni de kwan so ya adwen e na eche wona yehuna ne ete e wo social media so yenko na yete nsem a Kevin Okobadu Taylor wato edi aba abonten chese odi bi amane abronye ene Chima Wontumi afsanfa so expose aliki and someone na say enioma abusuan akoso ewo high court abra Chima Wontumi ekopie mu ewo court asese Kevin Echira nyame ya adoma on the 3rd of July die Chima Wontumi ompo obekoje yetini na
message we odin kwase asem no wi odin kwase asem no wi na wa denim sa chenchena wonima chenchena odin kwase asem no wi na wa denim sa chenchena na akotete into akoteta adwen se emu badwo because Ghana fo agimi into akoteta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asa betutu ntosio sa no asoroko right now emran ni di and I don't expect any individual na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say respect the judge, respect the judge's decision. Ema Wontumi di fo a ema Wontumi eko so buy na ye chechire mema ye nyane ti say enkrama bi na egum na so let us respect the court. After all these things, now this is a story. Team, let's enter the wagon. Now, any stories in start here free her. A year communication ministry for the Asebia Betuja. I want to say communication ministry to seek cabinet approval for mandatory national ID verification to access pornographic websites. Yes, Sam George. Any communication ministry, no. Omoko cabinet akwaje approval say mo amote Ghana mo hwe pono Pornhub mo mambambi mi refifie se amanyini first na me young no mo amohwe pono se amode mo Ghana card be register ansa na mo hwe pono wo internet so me de pa asofo no mo hwe pono no ye behu omu nyina se ana Sam George say okọ cabinet any cabinet akokasa ko convince cabinet say omunjintum say wo Ghana nne na opeso hwe pono asofo na magi pono ahwe afa no opeso hwe pono so do Ghana card register so be ra website nim say me pese me ko hwe pono a o de Ghana card ko mo na ye register wo ID ni etwa picture na dem say na be ya debi no iti ade we de manage ho asofo no mo hwe pono Ghana mo hwe pono pa asofo ufuru accountant ai civil servant for no chief directors no so civil servant enyumro obehu live band no mo sheshe long sleeves na I say tie and die obo pepo no pa enti sanko for pepo no especially asofo no se no Sam George you say okofa ID card system aba so obeso hwe pono the same in America is obeso hwe pono e che do ID e che obi accounts I now the information shem se na be ya pono no etrawo na se bi wo do tipem dan a pono ntira ama mesie tu hwe mitina akese ne pono ntira mitia akese na so hwe pono na the tissue dan bu panyan na wo situ a na fe ambulance ne ba ye hu se ye kwa kofa eye de Docas Akroma ono na hwe pono ma ne sie tu enti pono hwe mesie a pono na ma mesie tu enti ye sie ano Sam George mo ko bo Sam George on na o kaka nkwasasem enti mo hwe pono no ye sie do hia Ghana card no Ghana card no pono asofo na mo hwe pono no asofo no na civil servant na government workers obu pe pono mo government computers am hwe pono no you see ano ye the ID be ka ho At the end of the year, you better system ni mako check. Hey, Mr. Akroma, pono Monday. Hey, Mr. Akroma, pono 2:30. Wanko a meeting. Hey, Mr. Akroma, enti you better check you woman na pono for in the year no ni ehu pono do a share or government facility mu a. Any ehu data we use here. And kwasi some chief directors no. Omo pe pono tu. On from yes, hello. The telephone was ringing. Yes, I am busy. There's no help pono oboa. Chief directors no. Omo pe pono tu. Into from yes. From Pama, who is calling me? So say, you know the man who said he was coming to clarify if his documents. Tell them I'm busy. Well, who again? Oh, Auntie Fatima, the woman from North. Yes, she said that the things that came, they wanted your signature. Is she with somebody? I said no, it's only her. I'm busy. You see, this morning I've been signing. Tell her to come Tuesday. Ponongwa, Mr. Akroma, Mr. Ajeti, Mr. Oliver. Mr. Sanko from Sanko from Nicholas, Brad Nicholas. Sanko for any pono. They be an the bottom. No, we me and Bema. Oh, Bibi Aboko. They be table on chin ho. Nicholas for Nicholas pono. And I said, Obama, I'm call for now. I Ali. In time for from Ali no pono. In time for from Ali no. Pono, just our cassette or pono or deck, pono deck or cassette. Tama not more a like Lou, polo no. Or on the cassette video tape you know. On tunchini goes on tunchini. Ne you need to because alaji, Bawasaba, Porona Abichina, pono deck na say yan took cassette or say no, a packet and all the lays after. Wo Ali, pono. So say, yes, a bind say, ye permissioner, ye de. I was so social puna. I was so Ghana card information shim and send a website in the Ghana buying it does not matter where you are. Inti any aka wa onye wa adwene say ube buano. You see ana ye bechi mu nyina pono na ma musietu.
The time na me hwe pono me ho ba na me se. Ti say me dey head wo na me se ne ye dey etuye. Ti pono dey me dey fo be meka say ye be fo be meka say nye. Somebody am working on. But I'm sure I'm sure that I'm making me sha, mammy. But I'm who be who pa. Me sha me ble. Cause was a monsieur tu. Pununa ma monsieur tu. Monsieur tu. Pununa ma monsieur tu. Cause was a monsieur tu. Pununa ma monsieur tu. Cause was a monsieur tu. Pununa ma monsieur tu. Cause was a monsieur tu. Pununa ma monsieur tu. Cause was a monsieur tu. Is that a priority? It is a priority. It is a priority. I'm not going to the effect that podo young people, no, you have no idea. So don't say this is not a priority. These are some of the things as a nation, and I'm not here to defend some judge. I will never defend some judge, but I want you to understand. Say about these kind of things, you might think it's nothing. But when you take your time to analyze the number of young people who have been introduced to these pornographic things in our system, their parents or the community, we have no idea. You'll be shocked. And you know, this porno thing, you might think, it's something people get addicted to the point whereby through porno now, I'm addicted. And you see, kids pick on, especially in senior high school or from junior high school, they pick on these things, and you might think, it has no effect. It has. It really does have effect on them. And as they get addicted to it, it brings in different kinds of character from this. And so people can say, what is this? Is not a priority. It is a priority. I'm telling you, about 90% of kids in Ghana, they are addicted to pornography because they have access to it. Now, if it becomes difficult for you to get access to it, it will deter a lot of people from trying to access pornography. That is all. So, we need to be cautious before assembly C. This is a priority. It is important. You are the same people talking about family values bill. We need to make sure our children, we train them, we raise them up in a certain way where they are not addicted to some things that may affect you more in the future. And these are some of the things you need to start doing. There are some countries in this world, you cannot just access pornography. America, because you see, an internet, you want a child, the lock war, some phones, so some tablets, so because they need to protect the kids from that. These adult content, especially where I come from or where we come from in Ghana, if we don't take care, now measures to make sure, say, and Korano, we prevent them, we make it difficult. Obviously, there are going to be some kids who will find ways and means to still get access to pornography. That's fine. But you need to understand the say, you need to make it difficult. You need to make it hard. You need to make people struggle to be able to get access to pornography. So this is basically to protect your kids. This is basically you, the parent. Now we show and I'm a bano. The CID and your bano. What you do is support this because this is basically to protect your kid. It don't get away your priority. If your kid is not your priority, I don't know what is priority to you. So I believe that this is very important. And if Parliament passes, Cabinet approves this, I will support it. Even though the person taking it, I don't really trust him like that. But if Cabinet approves this, I will support it because, you see, at the end of the day, and yet, there are some things that are very mild, that are very dim. They are doing us a lot of harm. And these are things that we need to take our time and pay attention to. Your porno bebra is a same penny for. Your uncle for bebra porno sell more Ghana. Obo na yira ware ontumi obakra na because they are too addicted to porno. Obo ha ejuma kontumi kopebi because they are too addicted to porno. Obo ha they have been incarcerated or they are in jail because porno idea no or they are kwabra boma sebio wako fa obi ma wako it causes a lot of things. Enya obia na tumi sha no so e de sa ali. Enya obia na tumi sha no so se kojo pon kroma onam na pono hard drive sha de to na o hwehwe nkofo dem no. Enya obia na was self control no obo ha de obehu no ontumi control no da kodi bone na akofa asema bro ebia wo ba and obi dis abel. So these are very important things oba bro furu kroma yemfa ni agro. They protect their kids. Inti moi addicted to porno. I'm telling you, do not think say way. No, this is to protect the young people, especially in free J. In fact, right now I go as low as P6 now porno. Because what is going to restrict a kid who is 9 years from watching porn? Say if that kid gets access to a laptop, a phone, or anything that can basically go on or have internet or access the internet, then I best stop Akroma from watching porno. That is the thing. So this is very important. Yenim asofo a pono ase o maware o nam Ghana. Yenim MPs a pono ase o maware. Ghana MPs bebrebe obako no. I'll be back 2 hours. I want to go and read the document. Obwa or she parliament house pono from anajo 9. Ya pon go fie or so onko. Kojo pon kuma to can I need to look at some documents. Obwa pono no show no hwe. Ko parliament bebre pono nko ponolization. Debiano, I say, Oma to get to kakra, Oma demolite pono ko busy for nothing. Okojina parliament on kasa. Yakaso today we are going to agenda. Okay. Yeah. Dimika podo yenim bebre ponolization. And this is very, very important. Mama yama yeni enko. Now, I am PCB Speaker Bekasano. So today we want to agenda. Yes. Obi kura to parliament no podo. The moment a speaker because say we are journey so yeah open in term no sanin krata or go pono ono our pono bia kojo ponkro pono bia or pono bia bi enkrama da kro behwe on the chere yanka say p e we nim kojo ponkro until we need to be serious about this. All right, now and I sorry and say aponchin a friend Abronye. Accra High Court dismisses Abronye's application seeking to vary his bail conditions. Now, remand him into police custody until he deposits his passport with the court registry. And they are sorry, and they say, Abronye, court say the passport, the first case, na nyoma eka ho a yese onfambra na yema ne bill no na ne passport kan ho also odeba na yegeto ho na yema ne bill na Abronya anye enti ende oba court no na judge ne say ye be ma bill no first one no ye ka say for passport bra na engine to ho se na be ye hia umre bia ana untumi ntu kwan abra sebio wa asem ne da ho koso adenti na wanfamba Abronya say no passport no de koma embassy bi o ko school abrochire ko hwe no ho yare enti na judge ne say bo the law is the law. enti baby a passport no obiara no ubeshem passport no beka yensa na you. And I don't think anybody will sit obi na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say judge ne tiamra. I don't see anywhere judge ne tiamra. And you these politicians who sometimes you just come out and say anything. Oh, people are using a year bail condition as a dance because the judge is working within the law. So we MPP ni begina bonte because I judge ne time abronya and him fan a judge ne time abronya. Ya mawo emra diso na kofie na bra court. Sam ran we ndiso. Okoduru court a yese o passport no here o say an ono abronya no o say ono obeso ko school abruchire kwasia. Or say or no judge no me yare into me passport no me da come embassy bia me kwaji visa abuofunu or kwaji visa dwane abronya we odidi nkwasi asem no wi odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa nim sa chenchena woni ma chenchena odi nkwasi asem no wi a na wa nim sa chenchena no akotete into akoteta na adwere nse emu bedwo because Ghana fo agimi de oye ne se obedi nkwasi asem no wi otutwa ntroto nkofo so a owi na akotete sa chenchena into teta be 3 weeks 1 month no aba no asabe tutuntosio sa no asoroko right now emrane ni di and I don't expect any individual na adwene ye adwuma onim nyansa beka say this one the court is being hard on abronye because technically time na abronye dem first time no na nkeni see yi no because he did not provide the passport. And from that time, no, now go say brought dem till now because the conditions are account bill no, and they say provide your passport, get sureties and blah 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 blah. And then I want person the passport in my court no. Meaning Abronya does not respect the court. Abronya book court for no. At the end of the day, what did the judge in Yatem know? He is still disrespecting the court. The man be peer court and they say, Okodi the judge in Yatem. Okodi the judge atem or can some to judge so or sa could court na or sa disrespect the court no if the judge sitting there no abronya mbuno it is akwa the nim sa chenchena we en kwasiade o ya no and you see I keep telling the MPP sa nyoma we na mu defend no and the bema mo power bana aye den one hwe betra 42 years no the MPP no my imagine say en kwasiade bi o be defend it enkwasi ade bi o me support it. So you get a fool like Afenyo Markin obi ko di nkwasi asem kra na e chena so MPP ni it does not work like that. Ghana no enye je ekufo Ghana ni bi me. People are now rational. People are now asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. It wa junior will say ye MPP for nko ade obi jimi o se ko di de chi a it pulls with your closeness to power na e chi ko chire because what happens in say afa obi abewu se munim nyansa mo jimi he small girl here and say chi na omo release ni na me expect to say omo ko yi girl ni free jail hodomo no I am a girl ni bail no I was expecting them to come out and say you this girl your actions were wrong adia we no it is bad. We are telling you as a political party today yaba abe save you. We want to say this on TV to every single young man young woman in Ghana say sadie we omusua na Sebio police chioma we as a political party yebumra and edimra so until we are not going to come out and come demonstrate or fight for your release. Sanka MPP do muni munyansa but what did they do? Omo de abayu and who fear and who can sa ko share them ne ko die and omo so go kumase. You see, so right now you could see say the party nyansa ninim because that small girl we adio ye okoshe jail no I send a record on to me mobra papa bia bi wona bra boma obeka sase bodam for what you were supposed to do then na munya e bail ma akora no na ma press conference na mo ma akora gina kan say you adia ya ma wende ya because we want to send a message to the young people out there omokasama ye ne MPP for sebi ohwe bra wo bra ye passport kura wo ni bi enti ye pese kan wani mo TV so ma obi ehu say ade ya ye they send message akwa abonten ma Ghana for nkwara nyina ehu say you cannot sit on TikTok and say the things you said because ya chiwa ubedem. But what did they do? Sa ba you akwhye eye jailer onware ya ne ho kankan e no maso no tika mu. Instead of them to advise these young ones, now they are making this girl look like say onimunyansa, and that is the problem I have with the MPP. Akoya na fono say eye chale asi okoyi girlie na me just onim nyansa kakra we jimie because you see the party have no principles again. Say obi jimi ni akoyi no obi jimi there are people who genuinely sometimes they do things for party you can genuinely see say where they are intentional But you see, when that same person does something again, not close to what he did, then you start to ask yourself questions. But what the MPP does and say, Obi ko dinko yasamani ko ino ko chiaba omia. Erade. Obi Jimmy, okaso beku president na yirepe na ba omia ko chia no akọ hage ba omia. Obi bakika nkwase sempe na ba omia se yenko yi no. Na when you do this, what happens in the say ema obia onim nyansa bia hu se mu agimi. It's a party that is basically supporting this kind of life and to me for nipa foforo bia meka party no ho. It me my advice to the party is say omo agimi to the point say right now no they support riffraffs out of pain. They cannot get out of election defeat, It's Jimini Bia Kasani China, ya MPP ni no, you don't do that. That is not what party does. Party need to be strategic about the kind of people who basically communicate for them. Hey, MPP. So with this NDC, with this nobody's going to come pick you up. Yeah. The NDC will only come after assessing the situation. Anytime they pay NDC for us, no, me MPP ni by any train. The NPP, the NDC, they will sit, they will analyze your actions and then ask themselves questions before they come out to say, Omba Belu. But you see, MPP, I say, Nyai, Eche, Obi and Jimmy. The moment Okasatia Mahamo, Didi Mahama, Tamukwa, the Yankofano, none of your communicators can compare themselves to me as an MPP member. No, I have money to hire lawyers. That is why when I sit on TV or radio, I use facts to speak. Me pose a question to Samira. I have my facts. I never sit here and say things without my facts. It is how a young person will just say, the MPP is becoming unattractive more Jimmy. And I'm going to TikTok, any Facebook. Monkwara omugusi, a dear message pa no mo send ya magana. Monkwara omugu TikTok, hey, yaba yabechi basinteli, hey, yaba yabechi sabijen. And when we need power, I'm telling you. Hey, share the table will turn. Me so unko Chinese restaurant da. Tomorrow is pregnant. Tomorrow can have miscarriage today. You know that. Tomorrow, that is pregnant, it can have miscarriage today. Jimmy, instead of you people, party executives, Jimmy, you cannot even sit and let people understand. So we are a young man, we are a young woman, make sure you stay within the law. But moko yin going for every sales. Now I encourage you, moko, and this is tamo. You see, most of these people will be ex-convicts before 42 years of member power. You are so stupid. And Akwawe, Saudi Arabia said we're seeking asylum with different countries. Inti over 7 countries are we seeking asylum. Abronye. Inti koje passport na okwa na siki no siki. Inti ajana no akwasha ene no oye. When we say MPP na entumi for to me ma. When we say impeni from the party no mo Jimmy. Inti akwa seeking asylum with different countries. Inti right now the oye and say or the passport car also, I'm a refugee, give me asylum. Or cause I'm a refugee. Ain't it the oil and into a Vienna code in second passport and also Miko UK aba. Or copper, Okochipeno, Aqua Sweden. Oh, Okochano, Belgium. Sanana Aqua, Pesoye. They don't want to live here again. Almost MPP, no more Jimmy, and they are fooling the young ones. Now, my man, another story. Another story, Sunye. Accra High Court set July 3 or 3rd July to deliver judgment in Chairman Wontumi's Samra Boy concession case. Yes, say Accra High Court said on the 3rd of July, and a judgment, Chairman Wontumi judgment, judge, Edebeba. And I would like to say this: we should not prejudge cases in court. As some way start here, Chairman Wontumi the witnesses aba. Attorney General so abe any case. You and I, we have all followed the case. Stories are omo lawyers Bible Ntinia omoka. Any the Attorney General so APF quarter oka. At this point, I believe say we should allow the court to work. I will not sit here and prejudge any case because at the end of the day, there is a judge. What's that case we swear or court the judgment at the aba. Whatever reservations or whatever I think, it should be in my head. Because I cannot sit here and prejudge. I cannot be prejudicial about the case. The judge has about a month to write the judgment. So the young people on TV and radio, amunya every opportunity. Now, mo pesa mo judge case Chairman Wontumi was given the right to hire lawyers. He was given the right to get his facts. he was also given the right to bring in his witnesses. In fact, or the enough witnesses by Bekan Asemano. The Attorney General had every right to also interrogate the witnesses. Attorney General had every right to also put his evidence across. So they have all made their case. And I will advise the young people around, Ghana for more Ghana, Nemo Amuni Ghana. Let us allow the judge to bring his judgment. After the judgment, we can speak on it. I believe such a Wontumi as a Ghanaian, no, he was given every support by the state to speak, because you see, Obia and Chema Wontumi, the Kasabua shed in Niyim, and Chema Wontumi nowhere, from nowhere. We jina baby da anka say abino sebio ema ne kwan ema ne nkyere na adwene ema ne witnesses nkasa. There was never a day at Chema Wontumi lawyer can say the witness we buy and a court na mpene. And the Attorney General also, there was never a day or the document ma Chema Wontumi lawyers go through almost a document with you or find the baller. So you can see say case occurs smoothly. Now let us allow the judge to write his judgment. Uwa bibia kan, let it stay in your head. Memetiye mintina ha enjudge sa case no, because the course of court nyana mini ho. Judge na akọ school, judge na nim ensem no de no kre ene de enye no kre. When they were cross examining Chema Wontumi and the witnesses no, na me na wuni ho. Judge na nya abotre etie e everything. It is up to the judge to write his final judgment to prove to Ghana for say asem no Wontumi di for ana on di for no. It lies with the judge. So I wouldn't advise anybody. Our platform to send me and answer what radio, so TV, so wherever to sit and say, a case, this is, I believe, no, don't do that. Wrong. Court to crab it macho. It is very dangerous. Court to crab it macho. Let us allow the judge to do his job. Or then edit to me, I shall sa, or then at a court, or then a tear seminar from day one, Abyssin. Let us allow this judge to write his judgment. Or Charlie judgment we near reservation be about a judgment. You'll be a best about a judgment. That one we have the right to do it. But for now, I'm not going to sit here, use my platform to go and judge the case or prejudge the case. I'll judge in the country or 1 month to write. 3rd July the and what? And I would like to tell Chema Wontumi and in the team, they should also move away from going out there creating some impression which is say, oh, the judge in the court. Nobody knows what the judge is going to write. And I also advise the other part. Everybody should basically respect the court, respect the judge, respect the judge's decision. Ebara Chema Wontumi di for, Chema Wontumi eko, Ebara Chema Wontumi di bema. The Chema Wontumi has the right to do it, to appeal. So bind the echichere. Mema yam nyani to say enkrama bi ni egum na obi aka na adwene. So let us respect the court. Let us respect the judge. Let us respect the process. Technically, case way and end a judge na ekonya botre akotro the judgment. Oba ye be read judgment ni nyina. Ye be church the judgment ni nyina mu. So I will also plead with Ghanaians. Yes, Ramo. Me also mesra me ho. We should all stay away from trying to judge the case. Abra, there's a judge who is writing the judgment. We beg you, because the person on my way, ye nyina eti asese emra ene de chichire man no. Chema Wontumi obian jaili no. Chema Wontumi obian case ni so be ko jail. Chema Wontumi aka the case or court. Attorney General making the case. Chema Wontumi making the case. Ye njama judge in the judgment. And me sure say Chema Wontumi has raised any issues on person judgment in Bebaso. Inti, let us not try to interfere. Let us not try to prejudge. Ocho bibi on Facebook, be careful. Ocho bibi or Twitter, or X, be careful. Or make a comment to be TV so radio so about this case. Yeah, true judgment, be careful, because assembly obetuma can obetuma the jail. One shall more mokasa be we go jail judge whoever is going to whatever is going to come out. Intimisramo. Momi enjoy case na judge no entro the judgment. Obe read ya, then we can take it from there. All right. Medem yesuma for. Yesuma for. Yasuma me and yasumi be chichirim. All right. Okay, there's also another case. Oh goodness. Yes. So many people want to be like me, and it's always refreshing when I have about 8 minutes to start the show officially. so many people want to be like me, and then it's refreshing to know that there are so many people who are trying to do what I do, and I thank God for making me the standard. I really appreciate God for guiding me, giving me a humble heart, giving me all the wisdom to be able to speak, at least for people to listen. Not everybody speaks, and I know for me to have that privilege to be here every day on my platform, because this platform will be to me baby, and for people to use me as their standard, for people to be like me, that alone is enough for me as a young man who has a very beautiful wife and a beautiful family. Every time, it encourages me, it gives me more confidence to be on TV, to be on, because there are a lot of people who wake up every morning like, gee, Kevin Taylor, we minyana kametisono. Why are people not listening to me? Why I said, I can't be like him. I don't have the humor part. Because the humor part to me friend was, hey, me take Kevin who is so some now can no credit. So it's God. It's this thing you need to be gifted. It's nyankopon amfamawa. You can scream, you can back, you can try and force yourself on the people for them to listen to you, but the people will see through you that you are not organic, you are not natural, you are not genuine. And as you can see, there are people watching me about 6,000 miles away. They still feel my presence where they are because they understand the motive and the genuineness on this platform, or that comes with me. Inti, I would like to say I really appreciate every single person who has been my follower for a long time and still watch me. There are so many people in Europe, in America, in Asia. People are going through a lot around the world. In Ghana, there are so many people going through problems tonight. But that person is saying, at this point, let me just watch Kevin and see. That's what gives me that confidence and belief. Baby, it might be difficult tonight. It might be very tough. There's somebody watching me tonight thinking, say, BBA say, or he or she is thinking of even committing suicide. Trust me, I've been there before. We have all been there before, and that situation is temporal. The fact to say we were school with here for a long time, your man NCC so does not mean you are not somebody that can change the world. It takes just a spark. It takes just a statement. It takes just a step to realize that the world was built for you to make a change. So sometimes we lose a lot of focus. Sometimes we believe the kind of things we see, materialistic things we see, where we see people doing well. There are so many people you see doing well, but deep down you are doing better than them because you have that belief in yourself that definitely you're going to succeed. And that is the most important thing. Believe and trust in yourself, and then it will be properly. So it is not just, if you want to do what I'm doing, sometimes some people watch me, some young people watch me and they think, oh, Kevin, it's easy. He comes, he speaks. No, just take a step back and go check how I started before I got here. Right now, I run a TV station that is my own TV station without any advertisement. I can put anybody I want to put on my TV without taking a dime. When I started my production, it wasn't like that. I never even thought I'll get to that point. I ran my own radio. I ran my own platform. If I want to make money with this platform, I can make millions than any person on social media today. I'll say they talk about politics or entertainment. I am versatile. I can do anything. But you see, it is everything. You need to put work in it. Every single thing you do, you need to put work. And you see, if you fail to put work in it, it is not going to come easily. And if you think, say, things come easy, no. When I started, with all due respect, picking the name was very tough. In fact, not tough. I was living in New York with my wife. That time, and we were sitting in our couch, futon couch. It wasn't even a couch. That was when we started our life from Queens, Astoria. And then we were thinking about the name of my show. This way back. And then it just popped up. A Loud Silence Media. And my wife said, this is nice. I think it's basically two sides meeting, loud and silence. So I picked it. Right? When I picked it, in fact, when I started with my wife in New York, we used to live in a 1-bedroom apartment. And when I say a 1-bedroom apartment, so many people in New York, they know. So what happens is, I used to work at Delta. Then my wife also used to work with Time Magazine before she went to Washington Post and came to New York Times. And then, so what happens? The same living room, I have to put, one of these days I'll share pictures with you people. I have to set up my camera, my green screen, and do my show. And you see, my show started as a satire. And it started as politics with a little bit of comedy mixed with it, because I didn't know how Ghanaians were going to take a young man trying to speak on issues. You get it? So when I started, it was basically satire. I'm talking about politics.